Hello again, everyone. Welcome to the section 3 of the Getting Started of Hadoop 2.x. I'm Zaman. I'll continue to show you how to run some Hadoop jobs in your local single node setup. In this section, we'll start looking at what the jobs and the tasks are for the Hadoop world. And then we're going to see the UI for Hadoop, where we can see the task progress. And then we'll follow up by running a couple of example jobs that is provided with the Hadoop binary that we have downloaded before. And then we're going to analyze the workflow, the data flow, and the process flow inside the Hadoop jobs that's happening. On to the first video, where we're going to see the Hadoop jobs versus the tasks. In this video, we're going to see what is a Hadoop task and also what is a Hadoop job. So what do we mean by jobs? So when a MapReduce job is created, it is actually created with a jar containing a map combiner and a reduce implementation. What's a map implementation? The MapReduce map that we talked about in the other sections. That's what the map implementation is. It's going to transform the input data to something else so that we can feed that into the reducer. The combiner and the reducer are very similar. So the combiner actually does some kind of combination in the local part. Per se, you have a single partition and then you want to do some localized reduce before it goes into the actual reduce step. That way you can actually reduce the data size in the reduce step altogether. So if I do that in the reduce step, that will be much more efficient. And eventually in the reduce step, what we're going to do is combine all the map results that we have created in the map function, get some kind of output, which whatever business logic that we have provided there. Once the entire map and reduce operation is completed, the job is considered as completed. So that's what the entire job is. For a single application, there can be multiple jobs. There can be one job that changes one form of data to the other, and then once that is generated, there can be another job fired, which will transform that particular output to another output. So all in all, an entire application system can actually contain multiple jobs. All of them may be, or maybe not, are MapReduce jobs. So what are the tasks? All the individual map function, whenever that executes, that's a single process. So if there is a single file that is being opened up in the map function, so one single process gets spawned up, and then in that particular process, we do some kind of tokenization or something, or any kind of operation that we want to do to transform the data from one form to the other. Same goes for in the reduce step. If there are a single key grouped and then there are a lot of data for the values, you get all of those data grouped up and a single process gets fired for a single key. That's what a single task is for the reduce step. This is some kind of a timeline where you can actually see on the left the job starts, and there are like 4 different cores where the map task starts. Whenever one of them ends, the other map task is picked up in that core. So that's kind of like an abrupt, random kind of behavior where Hadoop actually changes its process flow, the time sharing that it does with different tasks. So the task parallelism happens there. Now, if I move forward, once the map is done, the reduce job starts, and the reduce task is like that. And once those are completed as well, we consider the entire job as completed. So the summary. The Hadoop anatomy of jobs and tasks, this is what we learned. And then where the parallelization actually happens, it happens actually in the task level. And then, of course, how does the entire job happens? Starts with the map function, then it goes into the reducer. Thank you very much.